Hey guys, glad to have me back. Anyway, Appion valve core removal tools. People are online going, oh, they're bad. Ugh. Anyway, I have a whole bunch of valve core removal tools. The Appions are the best one as far as I'm concerned. I have a lot of different ones. I'm not going to go through them all, but the point is, this is the only ones I really use. I care about. The other ones are skittish, man. These things here are perfect. And they say don't grab. What the hell, man? You grab it perfectly. Not only is it magnetic and sticks right to your top of your ODU, but you got things perfect. Literally, it couldn't come off to save your life. The thing is rock solid. Anyway, retards. It's perfect. Appion valve removal tool. It goes right on, super tight. It can't fall off, and it worked perfect. You go in there and it's done. I'll go ahead and make the video. You can watch the video, but these are the ticket, man. Love them. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put in our valve core back in, and we have the most killer vacuum right now. It's like 115 or something, whatever. It is a good vacuum, and so we don't want to mess with our vacuum. So what we're going to do is just open the refrigerant just a hair to put back pressure on it. So it'll put refrigerant pressure back onto this joint. Instead of the vacuum being here, it'll have refrigerant pressure against there. Then we'll be able to put our valve core in without losing our vacuum. So when you take this right here, just open it up a hair. That's it. And so then, worst case scenario, let's say, you go to put the Schrader valve in and you can't get it right, it's all messed up. You only got a little bit of refrigerant. You only lose a little bit. The rest of it's still inside your ODU. That's where you want it, nice and safe, until this process is done. And so it's got very little refrigerant now inside the lines, very little. I don't even know if I had enough to go all the way around. It's a real small amount. And it's perfectly fine. You don't need a lot. So it'll be under a little bit of pressure when I go to put it in, but hardly none. But you open this thing all the way up and then try to do this, you can not only lose all your refrigerant, it's just a mess. It's hard to work with. Open it up just a hair, just like I should. All right, then take your tool, and you can't go all the way in because it's valved off. Let me get this thing out of the way. It's valved off right here, so you can't go any further than it. So you take this portion of the tool and just slide it up, okay? Take this thing here, put it inside, and then put your tool on there and go up. These are called low loss fittings, and so right about there it'll probably hold. But you want to do is go ahead and just release it a little bit. See, I pushed the pressure back. Okay, so I have pressure behind it. Just pushed it forward. Okay, now it's all the way open. Now I'm able to push it in. So while I'm pushing it in, I got to push it in because it's got a little bit of pressure. Not much, but some. You push it in to beat that pressure, and then while you got it there, you start screwing it in while you're holding it forward. So while you're beating the pressure down, you start screwing it in. And you'll notice when it gets tight, and as soon as it gets tight, you're done. All right, so that's good. Now it's all the way tight. Now I'm just going to release it, okay, and I'm going like this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and test it to make sure that it held. Again, what's nice about these Appion ones, they magnetic, they work fantastic. They're the best valve core removal tools on the market, if you ask me. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and test it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this off just to make sure before I get my test button on there, and we'll see if that valve core holds. Again, we only got a little bit of pressure on here, so even if it didn't hold, I just pull it back out and do another one. I've never had it happen before, but it could. The point is that I hope it does for our video's sake. But anyway, the point is I'm going to put the tester on there and we'll see how it goes. And if it holds, then we'll remove the system and release our refrigerant. Okay, let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, this is a test cap. It's just a regular cap, I got like 50 of them, but you just take a regular cap and just drill a hole in it. Okay, and that'll be your test cap. So we'll find out if this thing's leaking or not. If the valve core is holding, it won't have any refrigerant coming out. It won't blow bubbles. But if it's not holding, and they say that valve cores are really one and done. You're supposed to replace them each time. I've never found that yet. This might be the first one. We'll see. But anyway, now that it's been valved off, we're going to go and open it up to pressure and see if it makes any bubbles. Better bubbles, a good leak detector. Fantastic stuff. And you can see it's not blowing any bubbles. So the valve core held. They almost always do if you ask me, but anyway, you'd see it if it was, if it had a leak. So there's no leak in this thing. So we're all good to go, and we have refrigerant already in the whole system, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and just release the refrigerant. So what we do is take this and unscrew it. And there's a little stop right here at the very end. And you'll notice if you go slowly, you'll bump up against it. And that's when you just stop. Just like that. And do the top one. You got to make sure you're doing both. Just doing one ain't going to do it. That's done. All right, so then I already put my nylog on there, but take a little nylog and put it around each cap, put it on each flare, and put your caps on and snug them up. And you'll do the same thing here. You'll take this, put a little nylog on that, and then snug up that cap, and with a crescent wrench, and you're all good to go. The system is rock and roll. It would be pressure tested. We vacuumed. It held a good vacuum. Did a great pressure test. And I actually did 24 hours to prove, not 20 hours, to prove that it didn't leak one iota, and it didn't. So anyway, this thing is absolutely perfect, and it's ready to go. We don't have our electrical yet. It's supposed to come in tomorrow or whatever, but anyway, I'll bring you back.